This tutorial is on reports within Extreme POS, Musicware, and Praiz. We are going to be going over some of the basic reports within the system. This is not intended to be a complete coverage of all reports. For information on the detailed daily report, there is a separate detailed daily report tutorial, and that is the primary sales report for Extreme POS. The first report we're going to go over in this tutorial is the inventory list report. This report will give you a list of your inventory, and it is filterable through several methods. When you bring it up, which you do through reports, inventory reports list, you will see this screen, which will allow you to select either new or used stock levels to show and filter by, and then you may group it by department or category, and then sort it within department or category by name, number, or description. The show inactive items box will determine whether or not show inactive items will be included in this list. Show only positive quantities will filter it so that only items that are in stock will be shown. Show only non-zero quantities will show both items that are in stock and items that have gotten a negative stock level. And then finally, show only items where cost is not zero will show only items where you do not have a cost associated with that item, or where you do have a cost associated with that item, filtering out items that do not have a cost, such as service items or playtime. Hit show report and it'll bring up the report in the ESC report viewer. It's basically a list. However, there are a few features of the report viewer itself I would like to go over. The printer icon allows you to print the report. The envelope with an arrow in it, more interestingly, allows you to export it to a variety of formats, including Excel, comma-separated values, HTML, text, or XML. There are other formats that are allowed, and if you need one of those, then it will save it to that format, and then you can manipulate it in an outside program or as you would like to once you've got it out of our system. And that's pretty much it for the inventory list reports. The second report we're going to go over is the sales analysis reports. These reports allow you to more graphically see how your sales are going. You may do with graphs, sales by department, category, hour, or vendor. We are going to do a sales by department for last year. As you can see, this will give you several graphs. It will do a bar graph of total sales in each department, and then it will do two pie graphs, one for percentage of gross sales by department and one for percentage of profit by department. And then below that, it will list the numbers used to generate these particular graphs. Included in this are, for example, your average price, your costs, how much profit you made in that department, and total numbers of items sold in that department. Category is very similar to that. Sales by hour merely lists the total number of sales and total amount of sales done in that hour in the time frame. As you can see with this data, it is mostly pretty even from about noon to about 9 o'clock, or rather to about 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock hour. However, it does peak at 7 o'clock. This can be used to determine, for example, when you need the most employees, if you are much busier in the evenings than you are in the mornings, that sort of thing. You may also get a sales detail report where you can list off within a specific category, or rather within a specific department. You may get a list of items, and then you will also see how many you sold of that item and how many you currently have in stock of that item, both new and used. So we ran this for the last year, which makes it rather long, but if you only run it for like the last week, you can use this to see what's been moving off of your shelves. And that's pretty much it for the sales analysis reports. The next reports we're going to go over are the rental reports, which you do from reports to rental reports. These are all relatively simple in what they show. Late rentals shows things that are currently out and are late to be returned. Currently rented will just provide a list of all items rented, late or not. Rentals in store will give you a list of rental items that you currently have not got rented out, that you have sitting on your shelves. Rental history will show the history for a specific item, which you can just scan it and then hit select and then scan it, and it'll show you when it was rented, how many, which customer rented it, that sort of thing. And then rental transactions allows you to sort out rental transactions within a specific range to see exactly what all has happened recently. And that's pretty much rental reports. Gift card reports allow you to view current gift card balances. You can also see transaction history for a specific card, or the transaction history on all gift cards for a specific date range. Finally, as far as what we're going over right now, the hours and wages report, if you are using clock in, clock out, allows you to see what hours and that your employees have worked during a specified time period within the system. There are a number of other reports which are all covered in the manual, which is accessible through help, Extreme POS help. Each report is, and what it is giving you is shown there. Additionally, again, in order to view a tutorial on the detailed daily report, we suggest you watch that video, as that is the central sales report within the system.